My name is Megan Sanchez.
My name is Stefan Duran.
I'm Peter Kim.
My name's Hannah Thompson.
Here at DITV, I am an anchor, an associate producer, and a reporter.
I'm a reporter, and I produce a little bit. I do a little bit of everything.
I'm the managing technical director.
The Daily Iowan TV, I work as part of the news team and as part of the tech staff too.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, will the UI be seeing another tuition freeze? We've got the details next.
And April showers bring May floods. We'll show you what to expect this season.
And in sports, we sat down with football head coach Kirk Ferentz before this weekend's spring scrimmage.
We have it all at the top of the hour.
Daily Iowan TV starts now.
On Wednesdays, which is the day I anchor, I'll come in around 2 p.m. and Brianna, the producer, will give me some tasks to do in terms of getting the show ready. So I will write different stories that will go into the script, mostly what we call readers, which are when the anchor is on camera and they simply just read what's on the script. So I help go through those and decide what we should put in our show. And then I also go around and collect photos that will go on screen during the show. And then I also talk to the reporters and make sure that they don't need anything because they're obviously on a tight deadline and they have a lot to do. So I try to assist them in any way possible. Then usually around 5 o'clock I get dressed to anchor because I have to look nice. So I get ready for that, and I usually go through scripts with my co-anchor Stefan Duran, and we read through and make sure that we know how to say all of the fancy names. And then around 5:30 or 6 we usually start actually filming. We'll usually do segments first, so we'll do like the weather and whatever like special segment we have, and then sports, and then we'll do news last.
Kick in with the cloudy and rainy days here in Iowa City. All day tomorrow, there will be scattered showers starting in the morning with temperatures around 51 degrees. In the afternoon, it will be 58 degrees with a higher chance of rain at 80%.
68.
Oh, I didn't.
Come on, Palladino.
I'm going. I didn't.
We definitely get along a lot, I would say. Pretty well, at least. Most of us get along pretty well. So that's always fun because nobody likes working with people they don't like.
The relationships that we create here at DITV are super fun, and they'll definitely last a long time because, outside of work, we always have a good time, and in here we have a lot of fun too. So.
Sounds good to me.
Preguntas? Anybody have questions?
No,
Nine.
Mrs. Sanchez.
For reporters here, unless you're doing like something crazy, you're usually like a one-person team. So I'm very used to going out and shooting and interviewing and doing my own stand-ups and editing all by myself. So it's hard when you're trying to do like a bigger story, but it's good because you're able to get all those skills.
We usually have some unique stories that are very unique to Daily Iowan.
There is this budget increase proposal that will give the 3 state universities an increase in their yearly budget, and the Board of Regents said that each university should get 4%, but as of right now, the University of Iowa is only going to get 2%. So I'm doing a story on how they're trying to make it 4% again. So by showing that, I'm kind of doing this graphic thing over here that shows how much each university is going to get if the bill passes. I edited up some interviews of the student board of regent that I interviewed a couple days ago, and then I edited that together, and I wrote a script, and that's what my voiceover is. I wrote a script on here, and I just voice that over, and I kind of try to tie the interviews in with what I'm saying. And then I did a stand-up
proposed by the universities is
about the numbers more, and
houses necessary in order to keep the tuition freeze next year and to keep the cost for out-of-state students low.
Out of state is going up, but it's a modest increase. So if we don't get this 4%, you'll see tuition go up.
A conference committee is currently discussing the House's lack of funding for the UI, and if all goes well, officials hope to see the 4% increase incorporated back into the budget.
Within each show, obviously, there's a tech crew that has to help produce, because without it, there would be no sound, none of the reporting would matter, nothing would happen, really. So there's a technical director, there's an audio person, there's someone that runs the teleprompter, there's a camera person / floor director, and then there's a clip store person who runs all the tapes. Well, tapes. They're not tapes anymore, but they used to. And so what we do is we work together as a team to make sure that when we're taking video that a reporter has done, I have to work, if I'm working the clip store, I have to work with the person on audio to make sure that we're synced up at the same time. And without a smooth tech crew, without a tech crew that works together as like a very tightly knit team, everything is off and things look like they have jump cuts and nothing runs very smoothly.
I come here around 4 and then make the weather and weather graphics, and then come here and make the all the graphics, including lower thirds and full page graphics for the show. This is a TriCaster. What this basically does is it lives edit the show, and yeah, so I use the graphics that I made previously and then pull it up and pull it down, change the cameras and all that. So if you look at here, there's like anchor is gonna be Jalen Socek, so you just say Jalen Socek, like that, just simple stuff. Yeah. Something like this. Yep. It's gonna be much more intense when the actual show begins, so it's always calmer before the storm. So.
The camera person is in charge of kind of directing the floor and making sure that the anchors know when that they need to speak and when we're going to be running packages, and they're in constant communication with the tech director to make sure that if there needs to be any changes made, that the anchors know what's going on and what they need to change. The teleprompter person has a very important job, but it can sometimes get overlooked. They are making sure that what's on the screen is what the anchors need to read and at the specific time. And then the clip store and audio people work together to make sure that clips are up and that the video that needs to be played is being played and that the sound is good and that there's not blaring audio or nothing that wouldn't sound appealing to the viewer. We do a rundown meeting where we run down everything that's going to be within the show during that day, and we just make sure that everybody knows what stories are going when and who the reporters are.
We've got the flood bow shot with a mon shot, and the mon shot will pull from the actual footage. Okay. Then we've got the marijuana and tech breach. Those are both going to be OTSs, so they'll be really quick. Then we'll go into the toss to weather, and we're going to do weather and Hawkeye Buzz live again to practice. So we'll do those really quick. And then we'll come back and make sure we're coming back to camera 3. Stefan's going to do a reader on romantics.
We usually do sports first, and then we have special segments where there's only one person on camera.
We're turning it over to our own Alyssa Bergamini. What's buzzing, Alyssa?
Hey guys, and welcome back to another segment of Hawkeye Buzz.
Ooh.
Oh, I had it, you guys!
Look at
Oh.
that was perfect.
Did I fly in?
No, that was perfect.
That was very
Rats.
Yeah, that one.
You did so good.
You're
You had like 3 seconds
hey
to
guys,
stare.
I'm in.
3 seconds to stare. It was so good.
I literally saw your hair flip in the corner of my eye, like just like blonde.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another segment of Hawkeye Buzz. As we all know, downtown Iowa City has so many great restaurants to show off, and this week is your excuse to try them all without feeling guilty. Eat, Drink Local Week is upon us, and earlier today, I went around town to find the best local store that will keep your wallet full and maybe your jeans skinny.
and then we film the news, which is at the desk, and then the tech producer edits everything, and then the show goes up by 9.
After like the first year, it just became like a habit and something that I kept coming back to every semester. So you're just like, oh, I'm going to do DI again. And then it just hit me like this year. I'm like, oh, wow, I've been doing it for like 5 semesters now. So it just becomes like a thing that you do. But then you realize, oh, I probably could be doing other things. But when, like, at this point, I'm pretty comfortable with everything and I know a lot. So I just feel like, and I know how this place runs, so I know I can day after day come in, do a story, put something together that looks pretty well, and get it on some sort of, broadcast that people inside the university and outside the university can see.
I think that the experience that everybody gets here is irreplaceable, and I think that it definitely serves that purpose for students to get experience and to get practice. And yeah, I think that we definitely accomplish that here because you are expected to act professionally and meet a deadline and do all of the things that you would be expected to in the real world, only you're balancing it with class and other clubs and things like that.
The thing is, it's basically pegged as a learning experience, because it is. I've learned more here about editing and about journalism in general here than I have in any of my classes, because it's just like you learn as you go, you learn as you do, that kind of stuff.
The current uncouncil president.
Well, we should have like a Don or something. I'm gonna call it half Megan.
Uncouncil instead of you
I didn't say 2 shot for the record.
I did say
I'm
3.
sorry.
Okay, camera number 1, let's set up a bump shot.
I'm gonna keep them down.
Just keep them up.
That's how you went. It's like, was that right?
Let's lock it like that. Yes,
Every time you
please.
just lock it like that, I just think it's like a dance, like, lock it like that, yeah.
Lock it like that.
Well, that's your most current edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check out...
Alright, Mary, can we
In my
go
head,
to
I was like,
Megan's
I could probably do this
please?
memorized, but then as I say that, I say it wrong.
You have to stare at the prompter anyway.
Yeah,
Why would
okay.
you do
I'm
that?
sorry.
Let's start from Megan.
All right, and 3, 2, 1. And read about why fewer people in Johnson County and the country are getting vaccinated.
Well, that's your most current edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.